Have you ever had a mentor? If you have, you know the great pleasure and special benefit of having someone offer guidance in life. A mentor can show you the way, teach you new skills, and gently steer you in the right direction. I'm Joanna Kearns. Please join me for the balancing act as we find ways to open doors for ourselves and others. We often take our health for granted until we get sick or break a bone. But every day new research brings fresh discoveries and breakthroughs that help us lead healthier lives. Take a look.
Keeping track of our nutritional needs can sometimes feel like tracking a moving target. Medical researchers are continuously updating their nutritional recommendations as they reevaluate their scientific findings.
In 2001, the Institute of Medicine published new Recommended Daily Allowance Guidelines, commonly known as RDAs, based on a growing understanding of our body's nutritional needs.
Unfortunately, few people know how much of a vitamin or mineral they should be taking daily.
It's important for people to realize that when it comes to taking vitamins, not everyone is the same and one size does not fit all. Women in particular have special nutritional needs based on their age, lifestyle, and their diet. Their needs are constantly changing. They should develop a personalized nutrition and vitamin regimen to meet their unique lifestyle needs.
To help educate the public about the use of nutritional supplements, Nature Made, a leader in nutritional supplements for more than 30 years, has created an educational website, www.naturemade.com, where users can easily evaluate their nutritional needs and create their own personalized vitamin regimens. Through a series of health, nutrition, and prevention calculators, the Wellness Advisor allows users to create their own personalized health profiles and vitamin regimens. You can establish an ideal daily nutrient intake profile and track your progress toward a specific health goal, such as weight loss. At naturemade.com, you can also monitor your health using a variety of innovative tools that assess your risk on factors such as cholesterol and bone density problems.
Well, I enjoyed going to the website because it identifies the different products, what's in the different products, what the products might be used for. And it's broken down into women, men, whether or not you're fit, whether or not you're looking for more energy. It's just a plethora of information on that website.
In addition to the Wellness Advisor website, Nature Made also provides a wide range of multivitamins for both you and your family. Nutrition experts recommend taking a daily multivitamin that is specifically formulated to meet your age, gender, and lifestyle needs.
As with all health decisions, you should discuss the use of supplements with your doctor. Together, you can work toward proactive, preventative steps to achieving total health and wellness.
As busy women, we're always looking for new solutions on how to keep our lives in balance. From looking good to feeling better to working smarter, you want to take advantage of the best ideas on the marketplace. Well, here's one you shouldn't miss.
For many women, car buying can be a frustrating experience. We often feel as though we are at a disadvantage.
Oh, they're pushy, rude, sexist. Buying a car was the worst experience of my entire life.
Obviously, there's a need for services that help women find the car they want at a fair price. Now, with the internet, women can actually enjoy their car buying experience.
Internet sites such as autobytel.com, autoweb.com, and carsmart.com empower women with the tools and information they need to make an informed decision and have a positive experience when buying a car. These sites allow you to do all of your research conveniently from your own computer, helping you save time and money.
One study conducted by professors at Yale University and the University of California at Berkeley showed that, on average, women buying cars from traditional dealerships paid more for their cars than men.
The same study found that when women purchase their cars online through services like the ones just mentioned, those price differences can disappear. It's so simple. Just log on to autobytel.com, autoweb.com, or carsmart.com and fill out a free, no-obligation purchase request for the car that you want. Within 24 hours, you'll hear back from an accredited dealer. No haggle, no hassle. Plus, you know you're getting a fair price because you've already done the research, and you won't have to spend your weekends driving around from dealership to dealership.
I log on, I put in the make of my car, what I was looking for. Within 24 hours, I got a price, and it's fun. It's a good process.
So now, buying a car doesn't have to be one of the worst experiences of your life. It can be one of the best.
The benefits of modern medicine are truly miraculous. From promoting wellness to curing illness, it's wonderful to see how new research is helping. Join me as we learn about a medical innovation that is changing our lives.
As the primary caregiver in most families, women are no strangers at the doctor's office. Between ear infections, immunizations, and tummy aches, most mothers are pros at managing the health care needs of their children.
Unfortunately, women are notorious for putting their own needs on hold, including scheduling important medical exams and tests. But without annual screenings for diseases such as breast cancer and cervical cancer, these women are putting themselves and their families at risk.
Routine screening tests are an effective way to detect precancerous changes or early cancers. They're designed to save lives by detecting cancers before they've had a chance to spread, or better yet, to detect precancerous states before they have a chance to even become a cancer.
Cervical cancer is the second most common cause of cancer death for women worldwide, surpassed only by breast cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, approximately 15,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer each year in the United States. Of this number, about 5,000 of those women will die. The good news is that although cervical cancer is a serious disease, it is also almost 100% curable with accurate screening and early detection.
There are several known risk factors for the development of cervical cancer. First, intercourse before age 16, multiple sexual partners, a partner who has multiple sexual partners, and cigarette smoking.
Although knowing the risks can provide some insight, the overwhelming majority of women with these risk factors never develop cervical cancer. So it's important for women to realize there are other factors out there which are unknown.
Traditional cervical screening tests include a pap smear and a pelvic exam. These tests may help your healthcare practitioner find if there are any changes and, if needed, enable early treatment. Because cervical cancer develops slowly over a period of 5 to 20 years, physicians rely on an annual pap smear to detect any changes or abnormalities of the cervix. However, some studies suggest as many as half of the pap smear results that are reported as negative are actually positive for cervical abnormalities.
When we return, we'll learn about important new technology that can make the screening test for cervical cancer more sensitive. Pap smears have been the traditional screening test for finding cervical cancer on women. Approximately 55 million pap smears are performed each year in the U.S., and the widespread use of the screening test is credited with the 40% reduction in the incidence of cervical cancer since 1973.
But some clinical studies show these tests can have as high as a 51% chance that results reported as negative are actually positive for cervical abnormalities.
A pap smear may be normal even when the woman has cervical dysplasia or cervical cancer for a number of reasons. First, the cervix may be difficult to reach or access completely with the pap smear spatula, so that abnormal cells can be missed. The second reason is that sometimes precancerous changes on the cervix don't shed the abnormal cells, so they're not picked up by the pap smear.
When performing a pap smear test, your healthcare provider collects cells sitting at the surface of your cervix using a spatula or a brush. These cells are smeared on a slide and sent to the laboratory for analysis under a microscope. In some cases, your physician may collect your cells into a liquid. Most often combined with a pap smear is a visual examination of the cervix. An instrument called a speculum is used to widen the vagina so that the upper portion of the vagina and cervix can be examined. During this exam, the doctor uses an incandescent light for illumination directed from outside the vagina.
Such high-intensity lighting, however, can result in a significant reflective glare, making it difficult for healthcare providers to discern abnormal tissue versus glared tissue surfaces. Now a new test promises to improve on the traditional screening test.
PapSure is a simple visual exam that is performed by your physician in combination with your pap smear. It is the only in-office direct visual screening exam cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for use in all women having pap smears. PapSure combines the results of a traditional pap smear and visual examination using speculite, a disposable chemiluminescent light for vaginal illumination. This specialized light allows your physician to directly view the cervix during a routine pelvic exam, detecting more abnormalities than the pap smear alone. Because it detects more abnormalities, it increases the detection rate of cervical cancer, more than doubling the detection rate of cervical cancer when compared to the traditional pap smear.
In our next segment, we'll learn about this new technology and one woman's story.
Many studies have shown that pap smear tests can fail to detect up to 51% of cervical abnormalities. For this reason, a high percentage of the approximately 15,000 women diagnosed with cervical cancer this year will have had a pap smear that failed to detect cervical abnormalities.
However, when a simple new visual exam is performed by physicians in addition to the traditional pap smear, it results in a more complete cervical cancer screening exam.
A woman who has a negative PapSure exam, in other words, a normal exam, can be more than 99% sure that she does not have precancerous changes on her cervix.
Catherine Jones had been consistent in getting her annual pap smear since she was 18 years old, and none of the tests had ever come back abnormal.
I'm 27 years old. I would have never thought that I had any kind of chance of having precancerous lesions on my cervix. I went every year for 8 years and had a pap smear and did everything that I was supposed to do. And if it wasn't for this test, the PapSure, I would have never found out.
During the visual portion of the PapSure exam, Catherine's doctor immediately noticed a large area of precancerous cells on her cervix. Although he could not determine the exact type of cells that were present, he explained all of the possibilities and potential treatments to Catherine.
The doctor told me right away that he saw the precancerous lesion, and it was very scary because the first thing you think of is cancer and all the horrible, things that are associated with cancer. But it was actually a relief that the doctor was right there and he was able to tell me the different treatment techniques that are associated with this kind of lesion. This test is invaluable to women. I think that every woman, every year, should go in and have a pap smear and a PapSure together to have peace of mind. And how can you put a price on your life?
Cervical cancer becomes increasingly more difficult to cure if it continues to progress undetected. So be sure to see your healthcare provider regularly and ask for a screening test you can have confidence in.
We can shop online, bank online, even read our favorite magazines through the internet. And now there's another life essential task that you can take care of from your desktop with just the click of a mouse. Log on and take a look.
It happens every month. Hours are spent going over the bills, writing checks, and stuffing envelopes.
The problem is, as we gain more financial responsibility, it takes more and more time to manage our payment obligations. And now, with the advent of online shopping, there is a need to protect our online purchase payments as well.
For years, you've trusted the United States Postal Service to deliver your bills and payments on time through the mail. Now the Postal Service is delivering a more convenient and easier way to manage and control your finances online through its online payment services. You can receive and pay your bills online, send money electronically to anyone with an email address, and transfer money online between checking accounts. With the Postal Service, the 2 hours a month paying bills can be cut to minutes. The U.S. Postal Service's e-bill pay service lets you pay anyone online you currently pay by check, from your mortgage to the department store or even the gardener. You can also choose to receive some bills electronically with the same information as on your paper bill. You control the date of your payments on the due date or on payday. You can also set up payments to be paid automatically each month for bills that are the same amount, like your insurance or cable bill. And you can make payments from up to 10 check writing accounts, regardless of where you bank. The U.S. Postal Service's Send Money service allows you to send money electronically to anyone with an email address. This is great for parents who wish to send money to college students. You can also use Send Money to pay for purchases at online auction sites, and you can automatically pay for online auction purchases after the items have been safely delivered to your address. Send Money also lets you transfer money electronically between your bank accounts when money is running low in one of your accounts. With online payment services, the Postal Service is building on its tradition and mandate for universal service and its time-honored position of trust. Just like a postmark on traditional mail, the Postal Service electronic postmark protection not only provides proof of when transactions were scheduled, it detects tampering, so you can feel secure that no changes were made to your scheduled payments. And you can rest, assured that your payments will arrive safely and reliably with a payment guarantee that protects you against late fees. For more information on these services, log on to usps.com/balance. Think about it. Your time and financial security are important. Now, with the power of the Internet and the protection of the United States Postal Service, you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying life.
In the information age, sometimes it seems like there's too much information. But really, the more you know, the better you can control your life. So here's a piece of information that you might find quite useful.
Today, about 1/3 of the United States is covered by forest, and that number is actually growing, despite the steady increase in population and urban development.
Landowners are aggressively turning farmland back into forests, and the forestry community is planting more than 1.6 billion new trees each year.
Additionally, several forest management programs have sprung up in the last decade, whose sole mission is to ensure the long-term sustainability of our nation's forests. One of the largest is the Sustainable Forestry Initiative, or SFI program. With more than 107 million acres of North American forests enrolled in the program, SFI continues to set the standard for sustainable forestry.
Well, the SFI program has really changed how we practice forestry on the ground. The SFI standard has enabled us to protect water quality, soil, and wildlife habitat better than we ever have. And we're doing all this while we're still making the wood and paper products that we use every day.
The SFI program counts among its participants some of the largest forest products companies in the world, representing more than 90% of the industrial timberland in the United States. This all but guarantees the average American consumer will come in contact with products made under the SFI programs, whether they realize it or not.
Between working kids, I just don't have the time to be as environmentally aware as I'd like to be, but it's good to know that someone's out there looking over the forests and checking on the companies that do business there. I would definitely seek out companies that were part of the SFI program.
It's important for consumers to realize that we share their same environmental values. SFI program participants have spent hundreds of millions of dollars into research for better forest management and also enhancing wildlife habitat. Additionally, we've been working with major environmental organizations to identify and preserve what we call forests of exceptional conservation value. These are threatened and endangered forests here and around the world that SFI program participants are committed to protect for future generations.
Whether you are buying wood to build a deck or a playset or paper for your home computer, you can make a difference by buying products that come from your environmentally responsible manufacturers. A good place to start is with participants in the SFI program. To learn more about sustainable forestry, log on to the web at www.aboutsfi.org.
Gymnasts do it, circus acts make it a specialty, and jugglers have mastered the art. It's called balance, and it's something we strive for every day. So if you're trying to walk that narrow beam, check out something new that can help you stay on top.
Our busy lives often make a simple thing like feeding a family a bigger chore than it ought to be. And when kids are involved, dessert is a big part of the meal.
Who has time these days to spend hours baking in the kitchen? We still like to see the smiles on our kids' faces, not to mention our own, when we're enjoying a delicious dessert.
Now, more than ever, the freezer can be our friend. These tasty treats from Sara Lee provide a quick, convenient solution for serving yourself and your family sweet desserts that have all the taste of home-baked goodness. Sara Lee Bites are individually wrapped for single bite-sized servings, and you can eat them straight out of the freezer. Kids love them, and they come in several flavors, including chocolate-dipped original cheesecake, carrot cake, and brownie bites.
My husband and I both work, so Sara Lee is great for our family. It's convenient because it's quick and easy to prepare. And with 4 boys, Sara Lee has the variety that we need.
Of course, Sara Lee offers more traditional desserts like the French classic cheesecake, which can either be eaten plain or topped with caramel, berries, chocolate sauce, or whatever else you'd like. And don't forget about Sara Lee pound cake. You can eat it just as it is, use it to make strawberry shortcake, or even make French toast with it. With less than 1 minute in the microwave, these treats are completely thawed and ready to serve.
For nutritional information, recipes, and product listings, log on to www.saraleebakery.com.
Good ideas are as precious as gold, whether they help us to do our work more efficiently or live our lives better. We're all searching for some inspiration when it comes to our own balancing act. So here's an idea that you might find very helpful.
In today's fast-paced age of information, cell phones have become an indispensable part of our lives.
I can't hear you.
Deals are made and contracts are secured on cell phones. We even have the security of knowing where our children are, thanks to cell phones. As convenient as cell phones are, they're not perfect. We all know the frustration that comes with annoying static and dropped calls. But having static or no reception can be more than an inconvenience. It can also pose a safety risk.
Imagine your car breaking down in an unfamiliar area and your cell phone unable to call for help. Or your daughter is late coming home from a date and her cell phone is unreachable. These scenarios are real and they happen all the time, even with the best cell phone plans. There is, however, a simple and inexpensive solution to many of these problems.
One company, Rhino Cellular, offers a device called the Chiptenna, a smart antenna with the latest in cell phone antenna technology. It works on all cell phones and even improves the performance of cordless phones and portable radios. The Chiptenna is a microchip that searches for the best available signal for your phone. You install this device in the battery compartment of your phone. To help make your cell phone use even more convenient, Chiptenna also comes with Unifree, an innovative hands-free unit. The unit has a clear plastic tubing coated with a special vinyl which carries and enhances your voice. With more and more states passing laws prohibiting the use of cell phones while driving, unless they are being used in a hands-free manner, Unifree is a great solution.
Cell phones are a useful and necessary part of today's high-tech world, but it's important that they work safely and at peak performance levels.
With these new technologies, you can now enhance the performance of your cell phone. If you wish to learn more performance-enhancing ideas for your cell phone, log on to www.thesmartantenna.com for the latest information on cell phone technologies.
Now, thanks to improvements in wireless communication, you can be confident that you are being heard loud and clear.
It's hard to even remember life before the internet and email. Every day our connections expand and our world grows smaller. Well, here's one more opportunity to enjoy the best of the net for your life.
For many women, changing careers or returning to the workforce while raising a family can be one of the most difficult decisions they will ever face. In today's increasingly competitive marketplace, a college degree can mean the difference between getting your foot in the door and having the door closed behind you.
As the primary caregivers in their families, most women are too busy balancing their families and their careers to pursue their dreams of continuing their education. And finding the time to attend classes on campus is often too demanding for their already busy schedule.
Fortunately, there are now many opportunities available for women to enroll in leading universities across the U.S. and complete their college degree entirely online. Through the convenience and flexibility of the internet and online learning, women can now maintain their jobs, continue raising their families, and pursue their college degree, all from the comfort of their home or office. Regis University, located in Denver, Colorado, is fully accredited by the NCA and offers over 13 graduate and undergraduate degrees and over 20 certificate programs that can be completed entirely online. Accessible from practically anywhere in the world, online Regis courses are taken by students in over 25 countries. Through their accelerated learning format, students can take one class every 8 weeks, allowing them to complete a bachelor's or master's degree in as little as 2 years.
With more opportunities today than ever before, many mothers and working women can now achieve their goals and dreams of finishing their education without sacrificing those things that matter most in life, family and friends.
Even though luck can be a factor in getting what we want, we can't leave everything to chance. If you consider luck that moment where opportunity and preparation meet, you can make your own luck by knowing what you want and being ready to take advantage of any open door. I'm Joanna Kearns. I hope today's show has given you some inspiring ideas. For more information about anything we've covered, visit our website at vstar.com and join us next time for The Balancing Act.